This is gonna be a cookie. How's it going, you guys? So my turbo came in, still gotta go pick it up, but I wanted to fill you in before I do that because I gotta take my calipers away. But basically what's happened with the car since the last video is I waxed and polished, or polished and waxed the whole thing and cleaned the entire interior. I shampooed all the carpets. It's a little dirty there because someone was just sitting there, but it's definitely the cleanest this car's ever been. Super clean. And then I bled all the brake fluid and replaced it. It was pretty much black before. I don't even know if it's ever been changed before today, or not today, but a couple days ago. And then while I was doing that, I noticed my brake pads were pretty. The reason I did that actually is because I noticed my pedal was getting a little, it felt a little weird. Braking wasn't as good as it used to be. So I checked my brake pads and this side was good. Brake pads were still had quite a bit left, and I almost didn't even check this side, but I'm glad I did, because if you look at these ones, pretty much down to metal on metal, just nothing left. So I went and bought brake pads, took the calipers off, and when I went to compress them, they wouldn't compress at all. I was using channel locks and pliers, needle nose pliers, pretty much anything I could. You have to twist them on Nissans in the rear, not just push them in, so it makes it a little harder. Anyways, I couldn't get it done, so I bought this kit. Handles aren't in there, but basically it's for compressing pistons for any brakes. This plate goes on there, and then it twists. So I thought that would make it easy, but it didn't. It wouldn't compress at all. So I took the calipers off the car and took them apart, and they're pooched. So they're completely seized. It was really hard to get them out. These seals are bad, and this is just rusted. I already sprayed it down with a bunch of different stuff and tried sanding them, but I'm pretty sure they're pitted. Well, they are pitted. So I just didn't want to. They didn't have any rebuild kits, and even if they did have any kits around here, I think it's time for some new ones. Like this boot was off last year when I did this, and they're pooched. So I ordered some new ones. They come in today, and I'm gonna bring these back for the core refund. That's why I wanted to film this first, so I could show you guys this. And I also picked up some Recaros. My guy off Craigslist, brand new. You guys can take a guess if they're real or not, but pretty stoked on that. Got the steering wheel to match it. I wasn't even planning on buying this stuff yet, but I saw it on Craigslist and it was a cheap price, close to me, so couldn't turn it down. Not the nicest steering wheel, it's flat. I like the deep dish ones, but it was a good price, so I can always swap it out if I need to. So I ordered a hub for that, seat rails for that. Those also came in a couple days ago. So I'm going to go pick up that and the turbo, and then come back and start installing all of it. So lots to be done. I also got this as well. Clear corner light. The other one was leaking water in it. Brand new, so getting lots done. Alright, got the turbo back. And I was expecting this hole to be a lot bigger, but they didn't touch the hole. It's still the exact same size. All they did was make that groove there. So it's a pretty subtle groove, and I'm just worried that that's not going to be enough to stop it from boosting up to 15 psi with the freaking wastegate arm all the way off. So I'm kind of worried about that. I made a few posts on Facebook though. Hopefully someone will help me out, and I emailed Injuku Racing, just sent them a picture and asked if are you sure this is gonna work, because I really do not want to put it back in and then have to take it out again. So anyways, I'm going to leave that and finish the brakes. Just picked up these. I'm going to clean up these. I don't know why this one came with a slider, this one didn't, but they didn't have the slider for this one, so they came with all the, like, the new piston or the new sliders and that. So I just took the old one, cleaned this up. I want to paint it all because I don't want to have rusty brakes, just with some black VHT. Put those in. Got the blow-off valve flange as well for later. And yeah, got the hub there and the seat rails. Just noticed that the e-brake assembly, see what it looks like on that one? That's how it's supposed to look. This one's completely different. Don't know why, but means I gotta go back, so I'm off to freaking Lordco again. Alright, so yesterday I got absolutely nothing done. I went on a wild goose chase for these brake calipers. They didn't have any at Lordco. I called like 4 different places, and apparently there's none of these calipers in all of Canada. That's what they're all telling me. So I don't know, I'm gonna have to try and find some, probably order some from the States, which is pretty annoying because I'm gonna have to wait on them. As for the turbo, Injuku Racing assured me that this is how it's supposed to be ported and it should be good to go. So that's what I'm doing right now. Throw the turbo in. I think I'm going to need to get some new nuts because these are all kind of stripped. But yeah, that's what's happening right now. Oh, and also, because I couldn't do that yesterday, the brakes or the turbo, I want to try and put these seats in, and they're not going to work. The calipers, the mounting brackets fit nicely in there, and they're pretty low, but the seats they're too thick. Like you can see when they're side by side how much higher it is, and it's just not going to work. My head hits the roof, so I'm going to have to sell these, which sucks. How I just managed to get the oil feed line on with my left hand only, I don't even know. Alright, so everything's pretty much done. All I gotta do is hook up the exhaust, but we're gonna do a quick check for boost leaks. Alright, turbo's in. Can't put the seats in, so I'm gonna put my stock seat back in there. You can see the bracket though is as low as it could get, really. That's against the floorboard there. But it's not gonna work, so I'm gonna take that out, put the seat in, and then I guess I'll put that steering wheel in. So I can't install that steering wheel because I don't have the proper security torque bit to get 2 of the screws out for the airbag. So I'm gonna have to get one of those, do it another time. So now I just got to find some calipers really, and then we can get the car back on the road. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.